face with the headphones. You and I used to do that all the time.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, they're getting ourselves ready for the radio. You don't miss answering phones, not for a second, do you?
Of course, I hate the phone.
You were good at it, though. Can I give you a compliment? Can I give you a compliment during the warm-up? Can I give you a compliment during the
warm-up? I just put up anybody. I wouldn't screen anything. Yeah, but... It'd be like, what's your name? And they'd be cursing, saying the N-word. I'm like, say your name or I'm just going to make something up and put
Where was this at?
What was the radio station.
Oh, that's so fun. You liked it? Was it fun?
No.
Getting called the N-word every day. Yeah, it's great.
No, I'm joking. I like that part.
That was my favorure part. That's the only way I can masturbate is if somebody's yelling at me, calling me the N-word.
Get right into it.
I have to have that.
We'll talk about being, I think I'm a horrible employee.
Mm-hmm.
In the fact that I immediately hate every job you ask me to do because I'm like, why am I doing a waste of time? and then I was like, I hate this company. How can I steal from this
I need to tell you something because it's usually a good icebreaker. Chat room says, yay, this lady is cool as hell. So,
I love
you know what I mean? Like, you got to give compliments when they pop up.
Yeah, they're so cool.
Because I call all of our other guests Jelly Roll, you motherfuckers. You pieces of shit.
They liked Jelly Roll or they didn't?
Well, I like Jelly Roll, but I tease about he eats his boogers. He ate his boogers. No, his wife has documented that he eats his boogers when he gets nervous. I'm not making fun of the guy.
Oh my
his wife, Bunny, who was in our studio, same room.
Right.
Went on her podcast, which is wildly more successful than ours,
right? And
said that when he gets nervous, he eats his boogers. So, and there's video of him eating his boogers behind Kid Rock and Trump at a UFC match. Might be America's greatest video is country music superstar Jelly Roll eating his boogers behind Trump.
I want to do a therapy session with him to get down to what it is.
Yeah.
Maybe it's like a comfort thing from childhood.
But our listeners, because they think they're fucking Seinfeld over here, they're Louis C.K. over here. We'll get somebody in here, and then they'll see a bigger man, and no matter who it is, they'll be like, "Oh, is that Jelly Roll?"
Yeah, thank you for not calling me Jelly Roll. My ego cannot handle that.
No. They'll call me Little Jelly Roll. You know, they call me the M word for midgets.
Wow.
No, that's funny. I'm going to start doing that. The M word for midgets.
M word for midgets.
Yeah, that's my new punk band. That's my new punk band. I'm allowed to say it.
I love it. Yeah, me too. I'm 5'1", so I'm angry.
I'm 5'2". I got you by 1 inch.
You're not 5'2", are you?
Dude, you want to start a crime fighting team?
Yes. We'll just climb on things.
No, we're just the Braves. You're the Braun. You're in the room.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to karate chop hard, man. You're strong.
You're tall, aren't you? How tall are you?
Yeah. I'm the driver.
Not that tall.
5'2".
I'm 5'2". You're 5'1".
Okay, we talk about this.
Let's start with this. Hold on. This is a great point. Pause.
All right.
This is really funny because we had little dads. Okay, here we go.
Little dad.
I'll start. Is this a beginning? Is this a...
Yes, it is.
Yeah,
it's
because
Friday.
the angel is for the other day. Okay, Friday. Here we go. I'll start. In 3, 2. It is another A Corporate Time with Tom and Dan. I am Dan.
I'm Tom. We have comedian Amy LeCours here. How you doing, Amy?
Very good to see you.
She'll be hosting.
Is the microphone? Lift it way high. You got to go way high.
Yeah, let me help you.
And then I'll drop it down. Yep, there you go. She got it.
Lawn chairs.
Yeah,
got it.
She got it. She got it. Well, the limpy part, I can't do anything. Well,
just a weighty.
Tom's got you. Tom's got you. You just stay put. It's fine. It's fine. Professional radio. Oh, he just muscled
Perfect.
it.
Yes.
Look at that. Look at that. A real gentleman. You know, I'm going to put the camera on you. That's a real gentleman right there.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Tom, for doing that. Comedian Amy LeCours, everybody. What an entrance.
Yeah, that was really...
You were like Andy Kaufman trying to fall through the curtain on the Tonight Show.
That's me.
I like that.
That's totally me.
Good to see you, man. How you been?
So good. So happy to be here. Angry that I'm short. We've been talking about being short and angry and hot. I'm hot, angry, and short. Yeah.
We got the air on. The air's on. We're cool you down. We're going to cool you down.
Nice and cool in
So
here.
you mentioned you were, before the show started, 5'1".
Yes.
And then I said,
I
am 5'2". I have her by 1 inch. Well, that's, you know what? Is that not such a beautiful microcosm for my masculinity?
It is.
I am only 1 inch of a man to most women.
Living on an inch.
Yeah,
living by an inch.
Living on an inch. You can't stop yourself from growing.
Exactly.
I'm living on the inch.
So,
come on!
You guys asked me how tall I was.
Yeah.
And
then you froze.
Be honest.
I have a funny story about that.
You froze.
So
he took a sip. When he says I have a funny story, he takes a sip. It's like he's on a congressional hearing.
I'm excited. Yeah,
congressional
he's
hearing.
gathering his thoughts, his tall thoughts.
So I'm bad with details, like little ancillary details around me, and then and it goes so far as like even important details that you should know, like my feet are 2 different sizes and things like that.
You're not supposed to tell that.
I didn't even realize until I was in my mid to late 30s.
Well, how much of a size? It's like a half a size.
No,
right?
one full size.
One full size.
Full size difference.
Your whole life you were wearing one shoe that was the wrong size?
Yeah. And then
he used to have to stuff his dreams in the toe of his shoes.
And then
to get to run to school.
I only now realize like one shoe was always tighter, and then once I realized in my late 30s,
is that what caused the Ron Jeremy foot?
Yeah, I think so. I think
Ron Jeremy foot?
Compensating.
Ron Jeremy's penis is so long. Well, in his later years, it was so large, and he was so old that he couldn't. He couldn't go full strength.
Right.
And so he'd have to squeeze the base of it like a water balloon. So Tom's foot gets dead, and it kind of drags.
I gotta squeeze my thigh to inflate it.
Yeah, he has to squeeze.
It took a long time to get there. I got it.
He has to squeeze his thighs while he's running to keep. But it works. You finished. Triathlete, everybody.
Oh my goodness.
So when I originally went to get my driver's license when I was young or whatever, and this is what's weird in the the DMV or whatever, they just ask you your height.
Yep.
They just and then you tell them and they just type it down. They don't make you stand next to a measurement.
No, I think I stood near a thing.
I didn't.
Oh, yeah,
I said I was 5'6", and they put it on there for a good 10 years.
Yeah. Because it doesn't matter that much.
Is it willy-nilly? Because I don't think I ever got the opportunity to cheat on my driver's license. That would be fantastic.
Because your height is basically, I think it's just used as a general idea of
weight,
who you are.
Weight, I know that they
they don't weigh you.
No, they don't.
They don't weigh you.
I wonder how the biggest liar. if EJ was like
100 pounds.
200 pounds. And they're like, would they write it down?
I'm a chubby 185.
You want to test me? Let's do it.
Or do they just do they look at you and they're like, nah, I'm putting 280.
Do your own. Yeah, I'll do my own.
Anyway,
don't even ask. I'll just write it down.
So they asked me, and then I didn't really know. So I'm just like 5'10".
You know what? That checks out.
Yeah.
You are the type of person where, as a young man, you're new in the world, really. They ask you, well, how tall are you? You're like, I don't know.
Yeah. Whatever,
I can see that.
And then I kind of knew I was around 5'10" or whatever, and maybe I did exaggerate towards the taller end or whatever.
Some of our greatest leaders exaggerate their height and under-exaggerate
I love
their weight.
exaggerating.
Bad with details. Bad with details.
I mean, Joe Rogan, our current president.
Joe Rogan's 5'2", right?
Kid
Isn't
Rock.
Joe Rogan
He's my
5'2"?
height.
Yeah.
He's my height. Actually, I think he's your height. I have Joe Rogan by 1 inch.
So so then I just put that, and then I think throughout the years, when anybody asked me how tall I was like, I just went back to 5'10" or whatever.
Yeah.
Then
I've always known you to be 5'10".
I'm not joking, like late 20, early 30s or something. Somehow someone actually measured me.
Was it a challenge?
I don't know.
It was probably a challenge, and they're like, let's see how tall you are.
It may have been the first time I went to a doctor.
I think it was height and weight for one of your when you're boxing women or when you're.
I don't even know. But and then it turns out I was closer really to 5'9", which is so then
You might have shrank too.
cares?
We shrink as we get older too.
And
God, we do?
No, I'm not that. I'm not Mr. Burns.
Is it possible for me to start at 5'2" and then actually become an M word?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, if you make it to
that's my goal.
Your 80s,
that's my goal.
You'll be full M word.
Old. I'm doing it.
Because your cartilage gets compacted.
Oh, mine's already compacted.
So there we go. You're already good.
Problem with that is M words don't make it that long.
I know. They don't.
Actually, maybe they do. I don't know. The tall.
No, they don't.
The extreme tall don't.
They don't.
No, they burn out fast.
Andre the Giant, he died young.
Oh,
right?
yeah. Like Manute Bowl, I don't know.
Extreme big and extreme little die early. It's the boring middle people that live forever.
It doesn't work like that with dogs, though, because the little tiny peepee dogs, those things live forever.
Very efficient. You know what I call them? It's like a Honda engine. You don't even have to change the oil in a peepee dog.
Forever.
That thing will, it can be covered in warts. It could have cancer, still got 20 years.
Yeah.
That's true.
I'm actually currently watching my friend's old Yorkie peepee dog, and it is old. It was old last year when I fell in the pool when I was watching it.
Every year it gets older.
It is. I mean, it can't see, can't hear. It just it walks around bumping into things.
And that's when I feel like when dogs are like that is when they really shine. That's when you get the most out of them. I feel right?
That's it. You
like
really
when
get to know
when they're walking into a wall and they're incontinent and their diarrhea is everywhere.
It's like they're on mushrooms. It's fun. It's a good time.
Yeah.
There's little tiny puddles of pee-pee everywhere.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
Well, surprise. Always a good surprise.
Pardon me. The best part of little pee-pee dogs.
Yeah.
And when you start to not care,
Yeah.
and then you start to realize that you let a pee-pee pile dry.
Oh, yeah.
And that's when you should change your life. You got to change your life after that.
It's like all little glossy,
You'll
like
see
tiny.
it. Yeah, you'll see it. It's dry
Only
there.
when the sun hits it.
Exactly. You've done it. You'll be sitting there, you're watching TV, and then the sun will change position. Then you say, "Oh my God, there's 6 little dry pee-pee." And you're like, "I'm a monster."
Little sleeper cells just waiting for you.
Yeah. It is disgusting. It really is. And Thomas said this before. He's absolutely correct on this one. There are people that don't notice the odor of their pet. And it's a thing. It's really, guys, it's a thing.
It's a thing. Nobody knows their own house smell.
I'm putting it out there as a warning because I'm hypersensitive to it. And the minute that Dansby starts stinking, Maisie will bathe him up. And our house doesn't smell bad. But when we had that carpet, and we had 2 dogs in that house.
Oh, yeah.
It had an odor, and you would tell me, and I'd be like,
that
what the? I was offended. I'm like, you know what? You and your wife, you get the hell out of here.
How dare you, sir?
Good day. And no, he was right.
When
the
you had
carpet, oh my God. When they took that carpet out of there and they laid the tile
have
down,
old
the
carpet.
whole house was like,
I can't wait. We have old carpet, and I hate it. And we had a dog for a while, and some things you can never get out, and some things they always chew up. And me too. I get really sensitive about the smell. That's why we don't have animals. I love other people's animals, but I can't have my own because of the smell.
And then when you have old carpet, you live with it for so long, and then you're
get
just
the value.
Yeah, you're just like a little bit
my wife
more.
is cheap, and she had to get the value. Well, like our carpet it went from tan to it became like a taupe. It was disgusting. It was horrible. And then we had a baby, so we're just like, let the baby barf and pee all over.
When you have kids, you don't care. And then you see that stain. We have like a blue stain from paint from like 5 years ago that we've never fixed. Like, remember all these things that happen throughout your life, and it's mostly bad because it's like dirty stuff. Yeah, it's bad.
This should be a piece of advice to anybody, any new homeowner, that when you get carpet, it especially in like the living room or high traffic areas, that you want to get the value out of it, so you're just like, I'm gonna push it.
I did. I pushed it way too far. I couldn't have people over. It was disgusting. It was embarrassing. It was embarrassing.
And it does get to the point where it is completely disgusting to everybody, and you just got used to it because you live there.
It's not that bad.
But your guests, it is. And then when you get new carpet or change it to the amount it costs to change it,
so much
is a lot. But then you think this increased the quality of my life by tenfold.
I can't even put a number on it.
Right.
Why didn't I do this earlier?
Happier than when my daughter was born. When I seriously, when we got the floors and it didn't stink in there, I was like,
you were living in squalor.
I was like, I was an animal. I was a monster.
Walking on this filth every single day.
Yeah.
Like clean floors, like clean hardwood floors. There's nothing more luxurious, or clean tile.
And there's nothing more sad, and I would do this, than when Andrea would be like, hey, straighten up, because my dad's coming over.
Yeah.
So I go get the Dyson or whatever, and I vacuum. You straighten up and you vacuum, and you get those nice vacuum marks, and then you look, and the vacuum marks, just underneath the vacuum marks, is just filth.
Yeah.
It's vacuumed, but it's great.
Let's get a rug. Let's put a rug over it. Then that gets gross too. It's gross. Yeah.
It's absolutely gross. So, do you want to talk about?
Well, because Amy, I just want to remind everybody, and our listeners probably know, but you have a psychology background, and are you currently licensed? How do I forget? We always ask it. I feel embarrassed.
No. I like this. I like to wipe my brain clean, and then I'm like, and you are?
You are. Yeah. I am a licensed mental health counselor in Florida. I am still licensed. I don't practice. I create trainings for therapists and doctors around mental health, and that's what I do for my day job. And then I do a show called Psych where I have comedians on and I diagnose them, make them cry, and have a good time.
So
I love it.
And I just mentioned that. So then when we have these in-depth conversations about psychology that people know that you know what you're talking about.
Some dumb lady.
Yeah, we just invited some lady in here. Hey, what do you think, lady?
So I've been watching this Aaron Rodgers documentary, Enigma, which is the worst name.
It's great. It's so great.
He seems like a nice guy, but he's not doing himself a favor with all the dancing and the ayahuasca and circles and the
Ooh, what is it? What's
hippie
it called? I haven't
satchel.
seen it.
Enigma. And it's just, anyway, but he talks, and you mentioned it earlier, and I wanted to ask you about ego and ego death, and like it seems to be a prevalent in the psychedelic world. Like he was talking about, he takes ayahuasca and then freaks out, and then it's like then he tries to break his ego down so he could be a better person.
I'm not even sure I understand fully what ego death is.
Or what even, I understand, like, oh, this guy's got a big ego. I understood that. But then it's like everybody has some ego,
We may be misusing that. Usually we use that for people that are kind of cocky or overly confident. We say stuff like that,
Well, yeah,
right?
and like the therapy, they have the ego and the id. So that like one is like inside, one is outside. And like your ego is, how you view yourself and how you present yourself to the world. And from what I understand, I would love to learn more about that because I have taken psychedelics and they have made my life much better. And it's made me to where I don't think about myself as much. So that's how I view ego death. It's like instead of thinking about you're thinking about the whole world, and you're thinking about how you're connected to the whole world. Have you been around somebody that's been on mushrooms? You're like,
oh,
I'm one.
It fascinates me because I'm like, you know how the world works now? Like, you know how the universe started?
And the people,
if you go real.
And people that are on psychedelics or have done them in the past, when they tell you that they've got it figured out, there is a level of confidence in their eyes that is terrifying because it's like when a murderer it'd be like it's the confidence in the person's eyes
is
like a Jack Ruby or somebody like a real like somebody going, I'm going to kill the you. You know, like
I got a skin suit.
Yeah,
look at my skin
it's
suit.
so definitive. It's like they're like, I figured out how the universe works now, and you're like, really? And they're like, yeah.
Oh, I love it.
And that yes is a stone cold. It's a railroad spike to your eyeballs. Right?
I think of it like this. I know y'all were talking about this last time. Stranger Things. Okay.
Yeah.
And you know how it, like the upside down and everything. It's all connected. Spoiler alert if you haven't seen it. Like everything's connected, and so everything from Russia is connected to America. It's all connected, and then there's the good and the evil. I think when you're on mushrooms, you're connected to all of that, and then you learn how to ebb and flow with the universe. So you're not you anymore. You're everything.
See, and then when you tell me that, I'm just like, what the?
Did you see the stare when she said that? Did you see the way she looked at me when she said that?
And then
like she wanted to peel my face off.
When you tell us that, then me and Daniel, we make fun of you.
Yeah, when you leave, just so you know.
The silence was like, no.
When you leave, just so you know, we're gonna be like, that bitch is crazy.
Well, I'm gonna be happy with my ego, and y'all are gonna be sad.
Well, it's easy to make fun of
it.
So when you're speaking of ego, and like I have a hard time even understanding what it even is.
Right.
And you mentioned like how you present yourself to other people.
The chat room's laughing that I used my example of somebody who's stone cold was Jack Ruby. That is a strange example. I wasn't going serial killer. I was more going a man who is going to do something and there's no stopping him. That's what I was going for. That's what I was going for.
Yeah, let's look at Google what ego is. There's like 5 different definitions of it. You know, there's a lot of different definitions of ego.
So when you say how you present yourself to someone else, I always grew up thinking that I should present whatever that person wants.
Right.
Like whatever they want me to be.
That's
right?
terrifyingly sad. Wow, that's sad. Oh my God.
It works really
well. Yeah, that's what ego is. Ego is a person's sense of self, importance, or self-worth. So it is like how you view yourself, how you present yourself. A healthy ego is self-esteem and stuff like that.
My ChatGPT is literally going off on me right now.
Is it mad at you?
I don't know what I said. Explain to me what ego and ego death is in simple terms, just so I could, help in this discussion. And it said the ego's basically your inner narrator, the voice in your head that says, "I'm Dan. I host a show. I like drums. I hate cold food. I'm a good dad. I'm a bad husband. I'm a funny guy." It's your sense of identity. Why did it call me a bad husband?
How does ChatGPT know?
Oh, it knows
my
everything.
God.
It's 5 steps ahead of me. It already knows that I killed Andrea. In a moment, usually during something intense like a psychedelic trip, deep meditation, or a traumatic experience where you stop thinking of yourself as you.
Yeah.
You lose the feeling of being separate. It's like someone turns off your name, your story, your job, your worries, and you just are.
That's what I just said.
Yeah.
Well, ChatGPT said it better.
Yeah, but ChatGPT's a man.
I'm sorry, you're right. You're right.
I'm
I
kidding.
just don't wait. I don't. So literally, you think about how annoying that voice is in your head telling you that you're not good enough or you got to get up in the morning, right? Like that's annoying after a while, and it will shame you. So learning to be able to take that and not have that anymore and just be like a flower. Like a flower doesn't think if it's a flower, if it's good or bad. It just is.
Gotcha. And I don't understand.
Oh my God. I'm a flower.
Yeah. Like,
So is there an active place within this? Because to me, what you're describing, when I am shedding everything that gives me my quote identity, am I actively participating within everything, or am I just observing everything, or does it change person to person?
It depends on how much drugs you do.
Yeah.
Right? Because like when I would do mushrooms, it would just be enough for me to get tapped into that world to where I could like be like a feather, right? So like you could like feathers don't have their own existence, but
they do in Super Mario World. I'll tell you that. That'll make that's the biggest jump they have in the new game.
Is it?
Yeah, biggest jump they have.
So maybe like a fish, like a fish can go with the stream or against the stream, right? But they're not maybe thinking about there being a fish. So it just depends, and it depends on what your idea of happiness is. If your idea of happiness is control and being in control all the time, ego death might not be for you. But for someone like me who's always thinking, and I relate to like, oh, I want to make people happy, I would love to turn that off and truly just be who I am, and I don't always know who that is.
I agree with that.
So
that speaks to me. Yeah, well said.
So let me ask you this, and by the way, I am just using this as a free therapy session.
Oh yeah, that's what we are. Are you okay with that? You're okay with that, right? Yeah. Hold on, let's give the plug, and then that way we're
should be hosting S Sandwich at the Bull and Bush July 19th.
Yes,
it's every first and third Saturday at the Bull and Bush. So head by, support Amy.
If you've never been, great place, great drinks, great food.
Best.
Great comedy, a lot of regulars, people that, like, these aren't just ham and eggers. These are people that do it day in and day out.
That's true.
And you never really know who's going to stop in there.
Never
Sometimes you might. There have been times where, and I'm not promising this, but famous people have gone in there and done comedy. So
people become famous afterwards. We have a lot of people that are famous now that started it.
Absolutely true. Absolutely.
Sorry.
No, I got you.
Sorry about that.
Don't even worry about it. You are golden.
I'm about to ask you an impossible question.
Right.
But I see memes. I get most of my life advice through memes.
Love that, yes.
And a meme pops up, and then it says, once you learn how to control your happiness and be happy even under circumstances that would make someone sad, that's the greatest superpower any human could have.
Yeah.
Right? Is controlling their own happiness.
Ooh, I'm not good at that.
And then I'm like, oh yeah, this meme's right.
Oh yeah. I like that you make the horny noise. I'm horny for self-motivation memes.
Because I'm thinking about it, I was like, because if you could literally somehow through like some sort of practice just control being happy at all times.
Right.
I'm like that, because that's what everybody says. The meaning of life is happiness, right?
That's why I'm so envious of my wife. Andrea has this to a point.
Yeah, if you could just be happy, then it doesn't matter what your situation is. I mean, even it could be horrible, and you could have horrible news. And
but then they say that we are engineered to do that. I mean, the only person that does control our happiness is us. We are it. The buck stops with us, so why can't we be happy?
It's weird that it's like you go back far enough, and I don't know if this is even true, Amy, but ancient man, there's way less suicide, especially like in, people were
too old to kill himself.
They only lived to like 13, so they didn't have time.
Yeah, ancient man didn't even have pubes.
It was so hard.
Ancient man, only 5'1", not killing themselves, little peas.
They were small. In the Vasa
Tiny
Museum,
little
little stupid angry men.
Little ancient bitch.
Little ams.
All these Swedes in 1600 were like 5 foot tall.
Yeah, they're little.
Dummies.
We had to get big because Americans created the buffet.
I love
So,
that. Thank you,
anyway,
America. God bless you.
back to my original question.
yes.
That's impossible to answer, by the way. Is that I'm like, yeah, that makes sense to me. If you can control your happiness, and even under adversity and like situations that are not happy, you could still somehow force yourself to be happy. You know,
don't you do elements of this? You do this sometimes by just not.
I can force myself into nothing.
Well, that's better
no
than
happy,
I can do.
no sad.
I'm more reactionary. So I admire what you do. Like Andrea, my wife does this. My wife is perpetually happy. Like it's not 100%, but it's damn close.
Right.
I'd say I'd give her a solid 98% of
That's
happiness.
amazing. I love that.
What-
Like with 2% throughout the year, there'll be one day where she's like, just leave me alone. And other than that, nothing breaks her stride. It's
love
rad.
that.
I can't do that.
I love that.
I think the rest of humanity, though, sees that and are like, this can't be real because it seems impossible.
It used to be the joke with her, right? We used to joke all the time. Like, that's not it.
Yeah. I'm like, I'm like behind the scenes. She was real
she's
bad.
very happy.
So, but anyway, like, how does someone even start to even think about training themselves to do that? I don't even understand.
So the biggest thing that you keep saying is control, right? Control does not equal happiness. Control means power. All right, so you're thinking
I love
of
power.
Right, right.
I want the most power, and then I want to use that power to ruin everybody else's
right.
happiness.
So we're talking about something completely. We're talking about something completely different, right? And so control and power can create dopamine and excitement and all that. So that's one part of like what could make you happy.
When do we talk about money, power, respect?
Exactly. Money, power, respect, sex, drugs, rock, all those things are fun and feel exciting and feel happy, but that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about having an ability to manage how we feel. So that's truly what we're all looking for. It's not that I have to be happy. It's how can I manage how I want to feel right now, right? Because I don't want to go to my friend's funeral and be happy. I want to go to my friend's funeral and be present and mindful and sad and the beauty of sad, right? So
I'm so sick of the word present. No, sorry, I had to get that out though. You're not present. You gotta be present.
That's what we're talking about, though. Being
Well, make this situation better then.
Exactly.
If the situation was better.
Control it.
You know
Manage
what?
it. Control it.
It's very
manage it.
simple.
This is
You know,
boring.
why did the marriage fail? You're
Right.
not giving me any sex.
Well,
You're not
you
trying
couldn't-
hard enough.
Very simple.
You couldn't control and manage it. And that's the thing. If we're always looking for an external way or external thing, or if we have to blame the outside world to bring our happiness, then we're not seeking properly, right? We're really looking to be able to manage ourselves. And I always think of like a cat ball, right? I'm not controlling this ball or these balls. I am batting them in a way that I feel comfortable with, that I feel present with, that I feel that I can be my best self in any situation that I want to be in.
Is it all about practice? Like
Practice. We talk about practice.
Practice? We usually talk about practice.
We gotta talk about practice.
Because when I hear all this, it all makes sense to me. Like psychology and stuff is funny. When I was younger, it was hard for me to get behind because I think like just tough it out, you P word.
I want to talk about that too.
Yeah,
I want
tough it out. I think is very dangerous.
I want to talk about that for 1 second because you were just talking about not knowing you had one foot different than the other, and you were.
Why you got to bring up his disability?
I know because I'm a mean person.
Wow, look
but
at
the
that.
fact that you went through that along a time with having one shoe not comfortable, big or small, like I feel like a lot of men, and I'm not going to say men versus women here, but a lot of men are taught that it's manly to be uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's what I think now.
Yeah, that's why I'm currently sitting on a dildo. Just, it wasn't there.
So you're
that makes me tougher, Amy. What the
I know,
hell?
That's the thing, though. And so, I mentioned it to my husband the other day. He was like laying on a weird pillow, and his neck was all weird. And
I'm laying on a razor pillow.
I was like, why are you? I was like, do you want something comfortable? He's like, and I was like, why don't you care? And he's like, I don't care. I was like, why don't you care about making yourself feel better? I don't know, right? Like men are so
that's a great
taught
question.
to like feel bad about yourselves, and that's what manhood is.
Yeah.
It's a whole thing you have to deal with.
But,
That
well,
I might not have to deal with.
It's because it used to signify strength,
Sure.
right? Like we all admired and we all looked up to
Backbreaking work.
Yeah, the hard work. We do admire hard work. We do admire the dedication.
But then it manifests into something else of like, oh, no pain, no gain. Or, oh, I have to feel bad in order to do something good or feel good.
Right.
So always
No
putting
fear.
No fear.
Write that down. That's good.
Not sponsored.
That's right.
But please sponsor me.
It's really, really good.
chicken P word.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing. I love it.
So
I
it
love
goes
so
back
much.
to it's not about being or controlling happiness. It's about, okay, I want to feel this way today. Can I manage that? Or can I identify that I'm feeling tired today? What do I want to do? Do I want to be a jerk to my whole family today, or do I not? Right? Because that's ultimately what control ends up being, is you being able to manage yourself in different situations that's difficult for you.
Well, it's your reaction, right? And that's the problem I have. That's the problem I have, is controlling my reaction to whatever is happening. Typically, I would say that my reaction to things is usually wrong.
Interesting.
You know? Yeah, I think that
according to like you or your family, or
I'd say a solid 100%. I'd give
pretty
it
much everywhere.
I'd give
On the
100%
right-
of America. I'd go, Tom, show me wrong.
Yeah, on the right or wrong scale, we know it is pegged.
I mean, you're on for me, the left side of the room, and Tom and I are on the right. And
Right.
let's just say there's a lot of bad on the right side of this room.
Well, I think that's another part of like being taught through shame too. And so I think when you're coming from a shameful place, or a binary yes or no, good or bad, black or white, you're set up to fail as well.
Yes.
So it comes to that like stream again. It's not like one way. Like what's right here isn't right next door or in another country. So it's really understanding that for yourself. And I know everybody hates this, and you're gonna hate when I say this. Improv comedy. If you
Oh.
Oh my God! Goddamn pool noodles.
I can't do
Listen,
that.
will you listen to me?
Give me a location. Give me a shout out a location.
Listen to
Shout
me.
out a
Listen to
location.
me. Improv comedy and also therapy, all these things kind of connect for me, because they're teaching you ways of being and practicing ways of being. And so you can be ready for these different situations. So you can take the time to mentally say, okay, I don't want to be a jerk to my family this morning. I know I'm feeling this way. How do I want to be? And being able to take that time to create the perfect homeostasis space to make you feel the way you need to feel to act how you want to act.
You guys want to do zeep zop zoop? Or do you want to do some Meisner technique? Yeah, I don't know. That's just stuff that I've
Amy, I
heard
can't.
You got it. You got it.
my most
no way.
annoying actor friends
Yeah.
would tell me it's zip zop zoop and and Meisner.
Y'all
and I'd
would
be
love Meisner. Meisner's all about pain.
explain Meisner to me.
Meisner, so you know the Joker, like the movie The Joker, and how.
What do you mean? The one where they sang?
No, probably the one before that
He
where.
sticks his head out the window. I know that one.
Is that the one where he bathes his mom?
No, I don't know.
That's the best scene in the Joker movie, is when he's bathing that old lady.
Like Joaquin Phoenix always talks about, like, being in character, and then being that character and going and doing things as that character. So he can really do that information and all those ways of thinking and being and practice.
Uh-oh, there's our party guest. Oh, who is it? Oh, look, everybody. It's Jerry Seinfeld.
What's the deal with the ego death?
How hard were these directions to this party? It was hard finding parking.
So improv comedy is a way of doing that, because you're practicing. Have you guys watched Nathan Fielder's documentary where he?
Is that the airline one?
Yeah, the airline one.
You know, it's
What
in
is
my
that?
it's in my queue. What's it? Believable?
I'll
what's
have
the
to
name
look
of
it up.
it? I do love him. He
yes.
is extremely
It's
talented.
a hard watch. It's a cringe watch for a lot of it because it's uncomfortable. But the whole thing is called, like, I think it's like The Practice or something. And he's practicing how to act in different.
The rehearsal.
The rehearsal. Thank you.
Thank you, Chad Rib.
Thank you. He's acting and he's practicing all these different ways of thinking and being. And then by the end, I'm not going to spoil it, but you're able to really figure out how you want to be in those situations.
So when you say he's practicing, is he practicing what he wants his personality to be to other people?
Or
and
is he
like
just
hiding
executing different ways to handle the scenario?
All the above. He does it
Okay.
with a lot of different people. And the way he does it isn't super ethical all the time. And you can't do it necessarily in therapy. But
Would he have his penis out? Because I do that all the
Yeah,
time.
probably.
It's not ethical either. to
And
do that.
there's a right or wrong with that for sure.
Yeah.
But there's a way for you to be able to do that safely, or even in your brain. Like, you know, like when you think of sports stars, like when sports people go out and you can tell I don't watch sports, but I watch sports documentaries. The sports people will go through their head a play. We talked about this before.
Yeah,
Same
visualizing.
thing, visualizing it. So you can do that.
Yeah.
Okay, you know, this, you know, I know when I go to this person's house, I don't like their pee smell, right? And their house and their carpet smells like pee, but I don't want to be a jerk about that. Let me run through that in my brain.
I like putting my shirt over my nose. I like when
Or
my,
your kid is doing that move where it's the two-finger pinch on the top of the, or put a clothespin on. That's a classic. Clothespin is a classic.
I walk into my wife's friend's house, and then I just put my shirt over my nose and sit there the whole time. And then I'm like,
and that might be it, though. If you're close to that person, then in your brain, you'll work that out, too. You'll be like, okay, maybe I need to talk to my friend about this because this is affecting our friendship, right? So just even spending that extra minute thinking through those things can help you understand how you feel.
I think I'm doing a version of this now without not even knowing it. I'm reading that book, Let Them.
Yeah.
And the let them theory, which is, but it's funny because they kind of do the let them thing up front. And then as the book kind of unfolds, you realize that the let them is just the pause. The idea of it, short of the long, is somebody's doing something you don't like. Let's say you're standing in line and somebody's got 25 items in the 10 items or less. And, that's a hot topic here. And I'm standing there and instead of getting mad about it, it's more of the pause to say, like, let them. And then the next part you're supposed to say is let me. And that's the deciding how are you going to react to this? And that is something I think I need because I'm very reactionary. Somebody's got 25 items there. I'll just walk up, look at it, hate it, sigh, turn around, look at the person behind me, look at this person, shoot them a look. It's like, that's dumb. That's a waste of energy. It's stupid. You don't need to do that.
Amy, what happens when you yourself think there's nothing that needs to be fixed about you?
Well, you're done.
But then
you're done.
But then everybody around is like, no, there's a lot.
Right.
And then you're like, I don't believe it.
Right.
What happens then?
Well, there's a lot there that we can dig into. I mean, that's great because you have a high self-esteem, so you feel good about yourself.
Oh, yeah.
And so I guess it's just really pinpointing, like, why they feel that way about you.
But what if you know, if you really, like, you have a high self-esteem, but you know you're not, it's not true.
I have a lot of that, too.
Yeah.
Like, you think you're like, but you're like, oh, this is definitely broken. But I really
you
do
don't
think
want
it's
to
fine.
change it. It's broken, but you don't want to change it.
Yeah, I guess.
I guess that's the question.
I don't know.
Like, if
so
you don't want
lazy.
to, like, what do we want to change here? Do you want to change how you're feeling about it? Like, if you feel good and you feel happy, and are you hurting anybody?
Oh, yeah.
I was waiting to see.
So we have to get
I don't know.
It's his favorite part is the hurt.
Right, and that's the hurt and the pain of those two things together. And so are you getting off on that, right?
Oh, I don't think he's getting off on it. Maybe
I never thought about that.
You're masturbating to hurting me.
Or are you getting that dopamine because your brain doesn't know what kind of dopamine it's getting, whether you're getting a rise out of somebody by being a jerk or by being nice. Your brain doesn't really know that. And then there's this other parts of, like, are you dealing with some narcissistic things of your ego being higher and more important than other people's, you know what I mean? So it's like that's where that ego death comes back around, is like, okay, yeah, like, I feel okay about myself, but how is it affecting the general world? Because if you're like that, and many, like, leaders are like that, think about how those leaders treat the rest of the world at, they do all these things.
They're eating the dog.
They are ruining things for everybody. So there's that mentality.
Yeah.
Like,
now we don't have anybody eating the dog. Great job, everybody.
And you can't have everybody like that. So it's like, it's understanding if you are truly hurting somebody, then understanding what's that doing for you, and how is that, what can I do to make sure that I'm not doing that anymore, and why do I have to do that, right? Understanding that why, I think, is the first step to that.
If I found out someone was eating the neighborhood cats that are running over, I would be that. I'd be like, all right.
I'd be more intrigued than upset with them.
I mean, if they need them.
Taking care of a problem.
I'm gonna say. Can I say something? Be real.
Bad.
I know it's a comedy show, and we try to be funny, but I need to say something serious.
Wrong.
Since I was a child, if you had an outdoor cat, that's a roll of the dice, dog. I'm sorry.
Yeah, the coyote.
I've always believed that as a Florida man. And I am born and raised. Yeah. I have always thought, my dad felt this way too. Indoor cat, that's different.
Right.
But if you have an outdoor cat, even with a collar, if a coyote comes a rolling.
I was like, are you Alf? What are you doing?
No. If Alf comes and eats your cat, sorry, it was an outdoor cat. That's a roll of the dice, man.
Yeah, it's true.
I got one that I remember because when I knew you were coming, I'm like, ask Amy about this problem, ask Amy about this problem.
I wanted to talk about the let them theory, but you kind of did a really nicer job ahead of that, of something more sophisticated than what I even wanted to bring up.
So Amy, have you dealt with people that have extreme fear of disappointing other people?
Absolutely.
Okay, so that's a thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think I have that.
Yes.
Where it actually stops me and if I'm honest, it probably hinders this business to a certain extent because sometimes I'm like, I won't like do an event or like I'll be hesitant to do something unless it's really perfect, unless I think that everybody there is going to have a good time. Like I fear inviting our listeners to an event
to something that's crap,
and then our listeners like not that good, or even it could be free. It could be it's not even like charging a ticket. I have to justify it. It's like a free thing, and people are like not that good. Like that, I'm like,
it really has nothing to do with price or anything. Honestly, there have been
what?
It has nothing to do with price or anything like that. It has to do with like presenting something and then it being a pile of crap or just not being.
But even if it's not like obviously
disappointing,
it's at a fine venue. Like anybody, if you were honest about it and like realistic, you would say like, oh, it's fine. Like the listeners came.
But you don't want fine.
Yeah. But I'm afraid that someone's gonna be like, what else is there? What is? Oh, I thought this was gonna be better or something. And then that goes with everything in my life. My kids, my wife, anybody, or my friends, where I was like, I don't want to disappoint them.
Yeah.
And I think it's driven my entire existence. Where I started looking some days, I'm like, if I've lived my whole life just to not disappoint people,
that's a bold thing to say on the show.
And then I laugh at it because I'm like, who cares?
Yeah, no, I get it.
And I totally identify with that too. There's lots of levels there, but one of the things too we were just talking about is like if we're looking externally for us to be soothed inside, it's never gonna be satisfied.
Okay.
So thinking that that what I can do more, I can have more, I can be more, and then
I can be more. That's a huge one for you because you seemingly have endless energy and drive, but I've told you even before you don't, because you're only one dude. I mean, you're extraordinary with what you do, but
looking outside to soothe the inside, that's always going to be a failed error, right? Because like if you're always like looking to like to please this person, to please that person, whatever, like it's never going to be enough. So instead of looking outward, we truly do have to go inward and learn how to self-regulate and self-soothe first.
I'm so bad at that.
Me too. I'm
My
terrible.
Coping skills are like a 2%.
It's so hard.
Real bad.
It's so hard because if you're, and I think in America it's really hard because we have access to everything all the time. We have our phones, we have our friends, we have our food, we have our alcohol, right? And so we're used to saying, if I have this, I'll feel good. If I do this for this person, I'll feel great. Right? And then when you've tried so hard and you still get a critique or a comment, then it's like, it's so fragile. It's a fragile ego because you can't handle it because it's always like moving. So if you can find a way to do it inward and really do that inner work first and you start from here, then it allows you to build versus always seeking.
So hard.
It's really hard.
It is. Like right now.
Because you tell me you can't do it, Amy, then I'm like, I'll never be able to do it. If Amy can't do it, then I'll never be able to do it.
Well, maybe this is a good follow-up question. Yeah. Is it that finite?
No.
It's always a practice, right? It's like jujitsu. It's like I don't think you ever master it.
No,
I think
it's like improv comedy. Yeah, that's what I was trying to say.
I think you just get better at you know what?
Jujitsu I can get behind.
Yeah,
improv.
But this is mental jujitsu, and I hate saying that because that sounds like some stupid poster.
Exactly.
The mental jujitsu.
Yeah,
but
that was gay.
Got exactly what I was gonna say is
hey, you want to do some gay mental jujitsu?
Yes, I do. That sounds
where
very
we put
fun.
them together.
If you really make your dojo, your castle.
Oh, stop doing it. I'll kick you out of here.
If you make your casa, whatever, that's the worst. If you make your inner workings really strong and then you build from there, then you're able to work from a place that isn't fear.
Damn.
Oh, God, I love fear as a motivation.
Me too.
Yeah.
That dopamine, again,
Fear of failure.
But you're using the fear constantly
Fear of
because
disappointment.
you're afraid of disappointing people. It's like, no, honestly, you and I are motivated by fear. There is a fear that we are going to disappoint our BDS.
Yeah.
Frame. Fear rules everything around me.
No fear.
Yeah.
No, and it is. It's exciting, and that's why we go into this business. That's why I do stand-up comedy. I love to fail and then get up from that, right? So, but the thing is the stronger that I get mentally and emotionally, the more I can handle that, and then I'm able to maneuver like that cat ball, not control, because I can't control every situation. I never will be able to. So letting go of that, and then also What's that? Let
That's
them.
the let them.
Some of that, yes, it's like that ebb and flow of, okay, what can I control? Like when you're a substance user, like I am or I was, it's like, what can I control and what can I not control? Or what can I manage? I don't like the word control. What can I manage today? And that's good. That's not good enough. That's very good that I got up today. I was able to do this. I was able to, and like really finding joy in those tiny little things and getting oxytocin because.
Oh, I thought you were saying Oxycontin. We're so close. Me and Tom were like, yes!
I was like, we love Oxycontin.
Right? Did you see us both lean in?
Me too.
I had the camera on you, and we both leaned in. We're like, yeah.
Oxytocin, which is the longer form of
Tosin,
happy.
we talk
happy
about
stuff up
tosin.
there. So the short stuff is the short bursts, or the serotonin and the dopamine that we're always looking for.
Yeah.
The oxytocin is the longer, more controlled, more and so you want all of those things to be in balance within you, and that comes to how you deal with what you're building in your body, in your brain, in your environment.
God, do they make oxytocin pills?
Hey,
Yeah,
let's do
That's
that. Can you
Yeah.
smoke oxytocin?
Yeah, probably.
How about
yes.
Oh, you smoking on tinfoil?
How about a vape? I want to go to they're like, this vape is 86% oxytocin.
Yes.
Like, that's a good strand.
I mean, pretty much all substances work the same in your brain anyway. So yes, like any drugs that you're doing are doing it, but then it will deplete it and you didn't work for it, and then it'll get harder to work. So again, you like figuring that out inside yourself is always going to be a longer lasting everything.
Gotcha.
I like when you burn the oxytocin on tinfoil and then you smoke it through a straw.
Yeah,
And then
glass straw.
I love it.
Yeah.
and you're like, there's got to be a easier way to
glass
do
pipe.
this.
There is no easier way. It's the same thing with dabs. I'm like, do you have to use a blowtorch at your kitchen table? They're like, yeah, this is the only way to do it.
There's got to be a better way.
I'm like, yeah, but your daughter is literally in the other room playing Roblox. I'm sorry, this is the way we have to use the blowtorch.
It's just weed. It's like, this is real drugs, sir.
Amy LeCours is going to be
You're the
hosting
best.
S Sandwich July 19th. It's every first and third Saturday at the Bull and Bush.
Great date night. Great place to go. Great place to go and get a pint, tip your bartenders.
Yep.
And great place to see great comedy.
Yeah.
Amy, thanks so much for coming by. We
having me.
appreciate it. And you can follow Amy on all her social media. Throw your social media out there.
AIMEELECOURSLOLS on Instagram, TikTok, all those good places.
There you go.
Yay.
Awesome. And we'll see you on Monday.
Yay.
Great job. We're still on
great.
Twitch and YouTube. That was you.
That was a good
That
show.
was so good, man.
That's perfect.
It's so fun, and I feel like I actually get a little
therapy
knowledge
out of it.
Yeah.
I really do.
No, I've been thinking about all that stuff lately too, because I've been sober for like 5 years. My husband's been sober for like 5 years, and we didn't replace anything with it but food. So then we just started eating, and now we're all fat, and now we're unhappy. So we're working through all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It's a shame.
I'm a foodman. I almost wore a barbecue hat today, but
I love that.
Yeah, I was like, I think I wore a barbecue hat the day before. You can't wear two barbecue hats.
You can wear them anytime you want. You don't worry.
You know what? You're right. Fear. I'm afraid to wear a barbecue hat.
Our bodies and brains evolved for 100,000 years for a particular lifestyle, and now we're thrown in this fucking
Digital
gigantic
bullshit.
city where unlimited food is available,
And just shooting lasers into her eyes.
unlimited information and all stuff, and then our bodies and brains didn't evolve to live like this. So
No.
now we're fighting to maintain some sort of happiness and purpose in a world with unlimited food and entertainment and knowledge and stuff, and
It doesn't work.
where our bodies evolved to live in a world where we fight for food to exist, just to live, and then it's like, and now it's managing that, right?
It doesn't. You know what else we watched this week too? We've been watching like all the old movies. We watched Blade Runner, which I'd never seen as
Great
well.
movie.
It was so good. It was
The
saying
original-
stuff about the original
It's
one.
creepy too because of the way it was shot. Like
was
if you watch it now,
amazing.
it holds up. I think because that one scene when you're seeing like the Coca-Cola and the ads and the spaceship kind of comes through. Have you ever seen it?
Yes, yeah.
Like, I think you watched it way back in the day.
There was
because
so
of the new one.
much.
Yeah.
Like I was like, how did they? And it
It's
was
awesome.
1982, and like all the stuff that I already predicted. So yeah, we've been trying to spend more time like just doing longer things, boring things, not being on my phone as much, not
Smart.
eating as much, not drinking as much. Because
Fix
I'm
your
40,
brain.
I'm 43, and I'm still on that. It's called the hedonic treadmill, which we're talking about.
Okay.
Yeah, the hedonic. Yeah, I bet. Remember, I talked to you in the book I was reading. It's called the hedonic threshold. Yeah, because alcohol is so artificial that you blast your joy to the moon, and then you can never get back there with regular things.
So all of it, you keep
Yeah.
on, and then it depletes all those happy chemicals that I was talking about, and then you're depressed, and then you're mad, and then it's that same treadmill over and over again. So instead of looking outward, you have to go inward, which sucks, and it's boring, and you have to like sit
But
there.
you do reset.
You can absolutely.
That's what they say.
Absolutely.
I mean, They're like, if you can do it and stay with it, that you'll.
All your brain and your body and everything always is resetting, and always like you're always making more cells, you're making more synapses, so it's always available for you to do it. And you just but you have to be nice to yourself. You can't shame yourself into getting better.
Yeah, my self-talk is shit. That's what I'm working on now in therapy.
Right. And again, it's not binary. It's not good or bad. It's not I did great or I did. There's not like this one. I know you love a goal. It's not one goal. It's truly being part of the universe, being part of all that shit. And I don't have it all down either. It's hard.
I really love having you come in. Yeah, you're inspiring. You are so inspiring.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for having me. It's so much
You're
fun.
super fun, man.
Yay.
Good luck with the night.
Happy Thursday.
Love you. Be
Good to see you.
good.
You.
Love to the family. Tell hubby we said thanks for letting us borrow you.
Oh, yeah. anytime.
And I'll text you and then we'll do another game.
I love it. Thank you.
Yeah, the chat room really loves you. I'll end with a compliment too. They're like, you are fascinating. Have fun.
You guys gotta get too big. Don't
See ya. Are we at lunch now, dude?
Yeah, we'll just go
All
to
right.
lunch and then we'll come back.
Bye,
with
guys.
FF1.
Oh, you guys, they really like that. They thought she was great. And I'm seeing a lot of new names in there. Crime Bites, what's up? I'm glad you guys like that. Well, then, you know what? Glad we heard it. We'll schedule her to come in a little sooner.